So welcome back students. Once again I have brought you the divisions of the plant kingdom. In this lecture we are going to discuss about the divisions of the plant kingdom and some more things that will be very much amazing and interesting to you. So here plant kingdom जो है plant kingdom has been divided into 5 divisions. जैसे कि हम लोग पढ़े थे hierarchical system of classification में that after the kingdom there comes the division in the case of plant and phylum in the case of animals में आता है. So here plant का जो kingdom है plant kingdom will be divided into 5 groups, that is the 5 divisions, and the 5 divisions will be according to some criteria. So how many criteria will be used here? 1 2 3 4 criteria is going to be used here. यहाँ पे 4 criteria होगा. So what are the 4 criteria? Here first one, let us see here. Plant kingdom, we apply the criteria whether the plants possess differentiated body or not. ये लोग के अंदर में डिफरेंशिएटेड बॉडी पार्ट्स है या नहीं और नॉट. So if they have differentiated plant body, differentiated body parts means the plant which is having well defined roots, leaves, stem, branches, जिसमें एकदम आसानी से distinguish हो सकता है, those plants are said to have a differentiated body part. और जिसमें we cannot easily distinguish or define, observe whether which one is the root, which one is the stem, which one is the leaf, जो हम लोग distinguish नहीं कर पाते हैं, those are said to have undifferentiated plant body. So here अगर no differentiated plant body, if they don't have any well differentiated plant body, then they are said to be Thallophyta. So this is the first division. And here we have applied the first criteria, that is differentiated body parts है कि नहीं. So if they don't have any well defined differentiated body parts, then they are said to be Thallophyta division. और अगर ये well differentiated body parts है इसमें, then it is again divided into 2 types based on the second criteria, that is presence of vascular tissue or not. So vascular tissue means having xylem and phloem, जिसमें होता है xylem is for the transportation of water and minerals from the soil to the plant parts, that is the leaf, and phloem is the tissue, specialized tissue responsible for transportation of photosynthesized food products from the leaves to different parts of the plant body. So अगर यहाँ पर xylem and phloem कोई plant में present है या absent है, ये देख करके हम लोग क्या करते हैं, इसको फिर से क्लासिफाई किए हैं. Those plants which do not have any well differentiated body parts, they are said to be Bryophyta. Body parts, no, they are those plants which do not have any vascular tissue inside them. अगर जो प्लांट जिसके अंदर में अगर कोई भी vascular tissue नहीं है, जैसे इस xylem and phloem lack है, then they are said to belong to the division Bryophyta में belong करता है. So this is the division number 2 by applying the second criteria. And here whether they produce seeds or not, third criteria यहाँ पर apply करेंगे हम लोग. Third criteria किस में apply करेंगे? जो यहाँ पर ये vascular tissue जिसमें होता है ना, उसी में हम लोग third criteria यहाँ पर apply करेंगे. So those plants which do not produce any seeds, जो कोई भी seeds produce नहीं कर रहा है, those plants are said to be pteridophytes. Here they belong to the division pteridophytes. And those who produce seeds, उसको हम लोग यहाँ पर एक special name देते हैं, that is they are called phanerogams. These phanerogams have again been divided into 2 types on the basis of whether the seeds are enclosed inside a covering or not. अगर सीड का कोई एक कवरिंग है, जैसे कि seeds are, if the seeds are enclosed within fruits, we see in many plants, in many fruits देखते हैं हम लोग apple, lemon, orange, ये सब में what do we find in these fruits? We find that जो fleshy part of the fruit होता है वो बाहर में होता है, जैसे कि ऑरेंज, इन द केस ऑफ ऑरेंज हियर ऑल्सो द फ्लैशी पार्ट जो फ्रूट है मैंगो में भी यहाँ पर बाहर में होगा, और सीड जो होता है वो यहाँ पर बीच में होता है, कोर में होता है। सो यहाँ पर सीड इज कवर्ड बाय, सीड इज इनक्लोज विद इन फ्रूट, और सीड इज कवर्ड बाय ए लेयर और ए मेम्ब्रेन। ओके, एक जिसका मेम्ब्रेन कवरिंग होता है, सीड कवरिंग होता है वो, और जिसका सीड कवरिंग नहीं होता है वो। सो दोज phanerogams which do not have any seed covering, that is naked seeds होता है जिसके अंदर में without any seed covering, they are said to be gymnosperms. So this is the fourth division again, they are said to be gymnosperms. And here those seeds which have a covering or which are enclosed within fruits, जो फ्रूट के अंदर में होता है या फिर उसका कोई एक कवरिंग होता है, is again divided into two types. ओके, बेस्ड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द नंबर ऑफ कोटिलेडन्स। सो यहाँ पर जो सीड कवरिंग होता है इसको हम लोग बोलते हैं एंजियोस्पर्म्स। दोज प्लांट्स विच पोजेस सीड कवरिंग आर सेड टू बी एंजियोस्पर्म्स, and angiosperms are again divided into two types, that is whether they have a single cotyledon or they have two cotyledons, ये सब। those plants, those seeds which possess single cotyledon are known as मोनोकोट्स, उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं, और इट इज ऑल्सो नोन एज मोनोकोटिलेडोनी और मोनोकोटिलेडोनी, एंड दोज सीड्स विच हैव टू कोटिलेडन्स आर नोन एज डाइकोटिलेडोनी, और simply they are called as dicots. So here we have seen some plants, some seeds, जैसे कि bean seed. Suppose this is a bean seed. So while when we open the bean seed, we will be able to see that there are two cotyledons. These two are the cotyledons, and here in between, in the middle, there will be one embryo. ये एक embryo यहाँ पर होगा. So this is the embryo, and this portion is the embryo. ये जो है ये नीचे वाला, this is the radicle, इसको हम लोग बोलते हैं. Radicle means it is the future root from which the root will develop, and this one upper portion, this one upper part is called the plumule, and from where this the future shoot, from where the shoot will develop, this is plumule, is called shoot. So you can remember easily by this a very easy trick. So यहाँ पर radical starts with the letter R and root also starts with the letter R. So ऐसे करके हम लोग remember कर सकते हैं. So this is the embryo, and these two are the cotyledons. So here two cotyledons are found. For example, these dicots occur in gram seed, pea, beans, mango, etc. They will have two cotyledons. So in the case of mango seed also, if you open the mango seeds, the cotyledons wide apart, then you will observe that there are two cotyledons. So they are said to be dicotyledons. And here monocotyledons are those seeds which have only one cotyledon, जैसे कि rice, maize, wheat, barley, oat, bajra, etc. These are all monocots. Mustard, they are all monocots. सबके सब यहाँ पर monocots है, because they possess only one cotyledon. So this is about the division of the plant kingdom into 5 groups, into 5 divisions. पहले यहाँ पर हम लोग को there are 4 criteria. 4 criteria यहाँ पर 5th number तक यहाँ पर हम लोग का ये 5th number जो है, this is Thallophyta, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta, Gymnosperm, Angiosperm. These are the 5 divisions of the plant kingdom. And ये सब monocots, dicots जो है, these are not the division, they are the class, they are the classes. Monocot and dicot जो है, they are the classes of angiosperms. So the plant kingdom is divided into 5 divisions on the basis of 4 criteria. पहला क्राइटेरिया जो है, अगर वो लोग में डिफरेंशिएटेड प्लांट बॉडी पार्ट्स डिफरेंशिएटेड है कि नहीं वो देख करके थैलोफाइटा और थैलोफाइटा में डिवाइड करते हैं, और जिसका डिफरेंशिएटेड बॉडी पार्ट्स होता है उसको फिर हम लोग डिवाइड करके ब्रायोफाइटा, ऐसे ऐसे करके हम लोग बाय अप्लाइंग 4 क्राइटेरिया. सो दिस वन इज द 4 क्राइटेरिया. 4 क्राइटेरिया अप्लाई करके हम लोग इसको डिवाइड कर रहे हैं. सो दिस इज अबाउट द डिवीजन. नेक्स्ट लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द Thallophyta division. So let's talk about now algae. The first division. This the body form of the algae, that is the Thallophyta. They have a simple body form and their body is not well differentiated into root, stem and leaves, such as you can see here. You can see in the case of Eulothrix, Spirogera and Cladophora, and many more organisms are there, many more algae are there. This is Chara. Chara is also an algae. Ficus is also an algae. So here you will not be able to distinguish which one is the root, which one is the shoot, which one is the leaf branches. That is known as undifferentiated body. So they have an undifferentiated body form, undifferentiated body, and this undifferentiated body will be a very much simple body structure, and this type of body structure is called thallus. So their body is known as thallus, इसको बोलते हैं. The body, this type of simple body structure is known as thallus. And now sometimes they can occur solitary, that is they may be unicellular, such as volvox जो होता है, volvox. So this volvox can be unicellular, and some may be colonial form, as you can see here in the case of Eulothrix or Chlamydomonas also, and some may be having filamentous body shape, just as you can see here in the case of Spirogera. So when you touch this Spirogera, these are found in fresh water. So fresh water bodies में मिलता है, on the surface of the fresh water bodies such as pond, lake, river. So when you find Spirogera, you will find them as floating on the surface of water. This, as you can see here, this is a Spirogera. So this is about the body shape. There is the body form. They may be unicellular, that is very much microscopic, or they may their body shape may be colonial, or they may be having filamentous like body in the case of Spirogera. Now habitat, they are found in both aquatic and terrestrial environments. And aquatic environment, which aquatic environment? Both fresh water and marine also, but the majority of them will be found in fresh water, that is the stagnant water. So mostly they are fresh water, that is they are found in stagnant water, that is pond, lakes, ditches, ये सब में मिलता है. And a few of them are marine, living in the seas and in the oceans, and some of them are terrestrial also, living on the land. Now they have different types of photosynthetic pigments inside them, such as they may have chlorophyll A, किसी के अंदर में chlorophyll A होता है, किसी के अंदर में chlorophyll B, and some may have chlorophyll C also. Okay, so some of them may be having chlorophyll and some of them may be having xanthophylls, some of them may be having carotenoids also, carotenoid pigment also. Okay, and according to the type of pigment present inside them, these algae are divided into again 3 orders में divide कर सकते हैं. They are chlorophyceae, Phycophyceae, and Rhodophyceae. So these 3 orders of algae can be there. Chlorophyceae, by the name indicate it has chlorophyll as the photosynthetic pigment, and they are also known as the green algae कहते हैं इसको. Chlorophyceae are also known as green algae. Phycophyceae, they have xanthophylls, fucoxanthin and carotenoid pigment inside them, so they are also known as brown algae. And this brown algae are found in the ocean floor में मिलता है. ओशन का जो फ्लोर, ओशन का सबसे लोअर मोस्ट पोर्शन है, ओशन बेड, वहाँ पर मिलता है brown algae. And Rhodophyceae, by the name R, it starts with the letter R, so you must not get confused. It is the red algae. It is another type of photosynthetic pigment. So they have different types of photosynthetic pigment inside their bodies, and according to the type of photosynthetic pigment present inside their bodies, they are named as Chlorophyceae, Phycophyceae and Rhodophyceae. सो तरह तरह के यहाँ पर फोटोसिंथेटिक पिगमेंट होता है, सब में डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ फोटोसिंथेटिक पिगमेंट्स होता है. फूड स्टोरेज जो है, दे स्टोर फूड इन देयर बॉडीज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ स्टार्च एंड ऑयल ड्रॉपलेट्स के फॉर्म में अपना बॉडी के अंदर में स्टोर करता है इन स्पेशल स्ट्रक्चर्स नोन एज पायरिनोइड्स. सो पायरिनोइड्स नाम का स्ट्रक्चर पायरिनोइड्स होता है, दे आर नोन एज पायरिनोइड्स, जहां पर वो लोग अपना फूड मटेरियल्स स्टोर करता है. दोस स्ट्रक्चर्स आर कॉल्ड पायरिनोइड्स. सो इनसाइड द पायरिनोइड दे स्टोर देयर फूड मटेरियल in the form of starch and oil droplets. Now they do not have any vascular tissue, no vascular tissue. कोई एक यहाँ पर डिफिनेट जाइलम फ्लोएम ऐसा कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. यहाँ पर सिंपल डिफ्यूजन, एक्टिव ट्रांसपोर्ट, यही सब प्रोसेस से यहाँ पर ट्रांसपोर्टेशन ऑफ वाटर एंड मिनरल्स will take place. So there will be no xylem and phloem tissue. And now reproduction जो है, reproduction can be वेजिटेटिव रिप्रोडक्शन हो सकता है. इट कैन बी asexual reproduction also. It can be sexual reproduction also. Means that algae can produce by vegetative or asexual or sexual reproduction से भी कर सकता है. So vegetative form of reproduction जो है, this occurs by fragmentation of the body parts. You can see class 10, you can watch class 10 video reproduction, how do organisms reproduce का जो वो चैप्टर है क्लास 10 का, उसमें फ्रेगमेंटेशन के बारे में एक लेक्चर होगा. उसमें फ्रेगमेंटेशन के बारे में बहुत ब्रीफली डिस्कस किया गया है. सो यू कैन watch that one for better understanding. So this fragmentation, that is the vegetative propagation जो है, vegetative reproduction, it will occur in this spirogyra में होगा. ठीक है. Asexual reproduction will take place. Asexual means without fusion of gametes, यहाँ पर कोई भी gametic fusion नहीं होगा. And this asexual reproduction will take place with the help of spores से होगा. स्पोर्स जो है यहाँ पर एप्लानोस्पोर्स, हिप्नोस्पोर्स, फिर जाकर के जू स्पोर्स, ये सब तरह तरह के एकिनेट्स, ये सब दिस एकिनेट हो गया, जाइगोस्पोर हो गया, एप्लानोस्पोर हो गया, हिप्नोस्पोर हो गया. दिस आर द डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ स्पोर्स प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय द algae. So through this algae they can also perform asexual reproduction. And sexual reproduction जो है, they can do आइसोगेमी कर सकता है, एनिसोगेमी भी कर सकता है, एंड ऊगेमी भी कर सकता है. सो व्हाट आर दिस आइसोगेमी, एनिसोगेमी एंड ऊगेमी? We will discuss in our next chapter, and we will also discuss about the Bryophyta, Pteridophyta and the remaining divisions. So hit a like to the video if you have really enjoyed it, my dear students. Thank you very much.